Hi ho! I'm going to make for you my favorite flaxseed hair lotion milk stuff starring flax seeds. I think that whole bag was $3. Vitamin E. It looks empty, but there's a little left. Argan oil. My hair and skin love this stuff. Essential oils. That one's lavender, but use whatever you like. That is room temperature coconut oil, also called coconut butter. Aloe vera gel. The skin gel version's my favorite. And castor oil. I'm not actually going to use this one today, but you should because it's just good stuff. I just already have a mixture with castor oil. That's Smirnoff vodka. Make sure you find one that's 60% or greater alcohol. We're going to use it to keep the nasties from growing. Now the flax seeds have been cooking on the stove for about 10 minutes until they're all goopy and gross and foamy. And it's 2 cups of water to a quarter of a cup of flax seeds, but that was a double recipe, so some goes back on the stove for a project I have going later. So now I'm just going to strain those using the produce strainer that I got from the produce section. The destruction you hear of my kitchen is me looking for the tongs to squeeze the remaining gel from the bag. I didn't find them, so I'll just have to wing it. You can see how much gel has already been separated from the seeds. That's a direct result of taking it from the fire directly to the bag to strain it. The longer you wait, the less gel you'll be able to get because the seeds will reabsorb the liquid. Oops, I just broke my bag. And you know, this is working better than the tongs right up until the end. No matter, I'll just scoop out the seeds. Well, actually, I don't even need to scoop out the seeds. The stick blender will make short work of them. They're relatively soft from having boiled for so long. So since the liquid is so hot, this is the ideal time to add any butters. I'm using coconut butter, which is relatively soft, but this would be great with shea butter or mango or ipe or cocoa butter. Because the liquid is warm, it'll save you the step of having to pre-melt those. So eventually I'll add a couple of drops of vitamin E oil. Eventually. Okay, there we go. I know, that bottle's old and it's mostly empty, but I'm not throwing it away until nothing comes out. There's my argan oil. Now, you can use sunflower oil, sesame seed oil, what else? Olive oil? I just like the Moroccan oil feel of this one. This is the aloe vera gel. Somewhere I have a tablespoon measuring spoon, but after the tong fiasco, I'm not going to bother to look. I'm just going to scoop out 6 teaspoons. I think there are 3 teaspoons per tablespoon, so 2 tablespoons, 6 teaspoons. And then I'm going to give it a mix. This reminds me of that Jamaican lime and something leave-in. Jamaican something and lime. Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but you can just break up your butters a little bit and then hit it with the stick blender. You just want those to sort of combine and emulsify and stabilize a little bit. They won't separate later on if you mix them together really well at this point. You know, stick blenders and this process of them being foamy and white and looking like I put aloe in them, or looking like I put vanilla in them, like just a tinge brown, remind me of something my mother used to cook when I was a child. The stick blender makes me happy. You want it to cling to the blender like you just saw too. That was perfect. Now let's add the essential oils, which I didn't do when the mixture was warmer. I waited until the aeration cooled it and the coconut oil being room temperature cooled it down a bit before I added the more volatile ingredients. Now for half of an ounce of Smirnoff. This will allow you to keep it at room temperature for 14 days. If you don't want to use the vodka, you can you can still make the same thing, but you'll have to keep it in the fridge. No, I didn't have to use the stick blender to blend those. I could have used the spoon, but I already told you the stick blender makes me happy. Okay, all done. Playtime's over. That's it. It's cool to the touch. It's nice and thick and clingy and goopy and sticky and weird and wonderful. It adds moisture, an amazing shine, a terrific non-crunchy hold that'll last you all week long. This isn't the best product I've made at home. It's the best one I've ever used on my hair, which is currently transitioning. So it's been texturized for the last 5 years. So right now I have the same amount of new growth as I do texturize, about 4.5 and 4.5 inches. I'm planning the big chop at the end of the year. But this works on my relaxed hair and it works on my non-relaxed hairs. So I think you should give it a try. Oh, one more thing. I'm using a mason jar because every time I buy anything that comes in a glass jar, I consider it a gift from the manufacturer of the product I purchase. I do not throw them away. I use them for food storage. I use them for drinking glasses. I use them for my flaxseed milk gel lotion stuff. Still haven't come up with a name. But you want to find something that perhaps squirts, or maybe a plastic container, so that you can dispense it into your hand instead of sticking your hand into it. It'll just reduce the opportunity to introduce bacteria. So that's it. It'll thicken up a bit more, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Bye.